My childhood friend stole my family's bakery after my dad died of cancer. I grew up in that bakery. My first memories are flour on my hands and my dad teaching me how to knead dough. I was 5 years old, standing on a stool, watching him work. He'd let me punch down the risen dough and I'd giggle every time. That place wasn't just a business. It was my childhood, my dad's dream, our family's heart. Every morning smelled like fresh bread. Every birthday cake we ever had came from that kitchen. My dad would wake up at 4 a.m. to prep, and when I got older, I'd wake up with him. We'd work in silence sometimes, just the sound of the mixer and the oven. He taught me everything: how to make his signature sourdough, how to run the books, how to treat customers like family. When I turned 22, I brought in Marcus, my best friend since high school. He needed work and I trusted him. My dad liked him. We gave him a job, taught him the recipes, let him into our world. 2 years later, my dad got diagnosed. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. 6 months, they said, maybe less. He kept working as long as he could. Even when he was weak, even when the chemo made him sick, he'd come in and check the dough. He'd smile at customers and pretend everything was fine. The bakery kept him alive. It gave him purpose. I took over most of the work. Marcus helped. He stayed late. He covered shifts when I had to take my dad to treatments. He told me he had my back. I believed him. My dad died 3 months later. I held his hand in the hospital and he told me to take care of the bakery, to keep it going, for him, for our family. I promised him I would. A week after the funeral, I went to finalize the paperwork. The lawyer looked confused when I walked in. He asked why I was there. I told him I was transferring ownership. My dad left me the bakery in his will. He shook his head, said the bakery wasn't in my dad's name anymore. I didn't understand. He showed me the documents. 2 months before my dad died, the ownership had been transferred to Marcus. I thought it was a mistake, some paperwork error. I called Marcus. He didn't answer. I went to the bakery. He was there, behind the counter, smiling at customers like nothing happened. I asked him what was going on. He looked at me like I was bothering him, said the bakery was his now. My dad signed it over, legal and done. I told him that was impossible. My dad would never do that. He was barely conscious those last 2 months. He couldn't have signed anything. Marcus shrugged, said my dad knew I couldn't handle it, said he was protecting the business, said I should be grateful he's keeping it alive. I looked at the signature on the documents later. It was shaky, forged. My dad's handwriting near the end was illegible from the tremors. That wasn't his signature. Marcus faked it. I tried to fight it, hired a lawyer, but I was broke. The funeral wiped me out. I couldn't afford a long legal battle. Marcus had money somehow. He lawyered up, dragged it out. 6 months later, he sold the bakery to a chain. They gutted it, ripped out my dad's ovens, painted over the walls where our family photos hung, turned it into a generic coffee shop. I lost everything. My inheritance, my dad's legacy, my childhood, because Marcus wanted money and didn't care who he destroyed to get it. I spent the next year planning. I found the notary who witnessed my dad's signature, tracked her down, offered her money to tell the truth. She admitted Marcus paid her to backdate the documents. She signed an affidavit. I took it to the police. Fraud, forgery, exploitation of a dying man. They arrested him, but I didn't stop there. I contacted every business Marcus tried to work with after he sold the bakery, sent them the court documents, told them he was a fraud and a thief. His reputation crumbled. I called the chain that bought the bakery, told them the sale was based on forged documents, threatened to sue. They panicked, offered me a settlement. I took it, used the money to pay my legal fees and then some. I posted everything online, his mugshot, the affidavit, the court records, his full name attached to every article about fraud and theft. When you Google him now, that's all you see. He lost his job. His girlfriend left him. His family stopped talking to him. He tried to reach out once, sent me a message saying he was sorry, that he made a mistake. I didn't respond. He went to prison for 2 years. Got out last month. I know because I have alerts set up. I rebuilt my life. Opened a new bakery. Smaller, different, but mine. I make my dad's sourdough every morning. I wake up at 4 a.m. just like he did. The day Marcus got out, I sent him a photo. My new bakery, full of customers, thriving. The caption said, "You should have just asked for a raise." He never responded. The full story is linked below or on my channel.